Welcome, dear viewers, to CouchWarrior TV on YouTube. You are watching Sagramour, the Mortal Blade. This is part 3. In the last episode, we unlocked the key to acquiring the Dragon Wren Shout, which I just kind of contained that to one episode, so if folks were interested in skipping all that dialogue, they could. But I felt for the purposes of really sort of filling out this character build from the roleplay perspective, it was important that I re-experience all of that dialogue. So that's what we did in the last episode. Now we are on our way to find the Elder Scroll, which means we have to first go to the College of Winterhold for help in locating it. But there are a couple of word walls that we can hit along the way. One of those is Ironbind Barrow, and the other one is Mount Anthor. So we are going to make those two stops on the way and see what we can learn. Turn that lantern off. Pretty sure this is Ironbind Barrow here. And I have no idea what word walls are here, but in my book, any words that we can acquire are good, so we're going to hit these guys. All right.
We must gather our strength. Who knows what's inside?
Treasure, that's what. Get off your scaly rump and let's go.
Hush, Salma. We aren't alone.
Very observant. All right, spit it out.
We should be inside loading up on treasure. Worry Scales here thinks we should wait, though. Don't get any ideas either. We were here first.
What do you expect to find inside?
Gold, silver? Gems, maybe? Only one way to find out.
All
I don't
right.
care what Beam says. It's high time we get in there and find our fortune.
All right. I don't know about you,
Not
but I'm
unless you
going in
want.
there.
I'm sure there's enough for everyone, after all. Come on, Beamja. We're going.
All right, let's do this.
You can't shake us off that easily. Let's see what's here.
I'm not trying to shake you off. Let's do this together. All right. Let's see what we can see. Oh.
All over now. Is
You
someone
can't hide
there?
from me.
Yeah, they always come after me, huh?
All over now.
All right, so this brings up an interesting discussion point. Sagramour, or more specifically the Mortal Blade, is the type of character that I consider to be pretty solitary.
Found you.
Consider him to be solitary. He's kind of sort of the lone contemplative warrior type. And one of the things that I have done in the past with a lot of my characters is a little exercise that I call the circles of
We found Gathric's
character
tomb.
conflict, which is a little tool that I've used to help me better define what my character's relationship is with the people around him, and by extension, who he is as a person a little bit more. So I thought that it might be a worthwhile exercise to discuss that just a little bit. So if you're interested, man, I'm just about maxed out on carry capacity. Do I have something I can ditch? What do we got? Let's ignore it. There's things I have to keep. Well, the dragon scales I have to keep too. That's another mechanic that I have sort of instituted with this character, is the remains of the dragon, the scales and the bones have to be kept, and those are placed into a chest in Skyhaven Temple as sort of an accounting of dragons killed. So selling those or dropping them to shed weight is not really an option. I can get rid of these pelts. I mean, that's something. Drum is a quest item. So, that's good enough. So, the circles of character conflict are basically...
What are you doing that for?
3 concentric circles that help to define your character's relationship with others. The inside circle is the character's relationship with self, and this is where we get to define things like weaknesses or traits that make a character who they are. And I think one of the distinguishing features of Sagramour has to do with let's keep him stunned. Nip that shout in the bud, didn't you? One of the distinguishing things about Sagramour also relates to another important aspect of who he is, and that is some deep-seated sense of fear and shame that he feels over something that has happened to him in the past. Now, I've described this in some detail in a small narrative that I've put together, which I will post at some point. I'll definitely link to it when the time comes, so that if you want to take a look at that, you can. But outside observers might look at Sagramour and view him as a person who is angry. But the way that I view it is the anger, the intensity, is really just a symptom of the larger problem, which is sort of this deep-seated shame that he has over his inability to protect his family. And this is something that will bear itself out, I think, more clearly in some of the role play aspects. But, well, this is very specific to my interpretation of who Sagramour is as a person. Other people playing this build need to come up with sort of their own hypothesis about what makes their character the way they are. One of the things that I think of as a feature of this type of character is this sense of isolation, right?
All over now.
That was tough. So the solitary warrior, being isolated from society in a way, right? However we kind of create that loner type of personality, I see to some degree that trait is, if not essential to this character type, at least makes it more interesting. The idea of the solitary kind of holy warrior makes a whole lot of sense to me. So the way that I've done that is by looking at that inside circle, that relationship with self, and basically said that, you know, he's got a lot of anger, which he takes out on the battlefield. That is a side effect of his shame. The next circle out from there is his relationship with others, his interpersonal relationships. And from that perspective, You guys can have that other Draugr. Look at this guy. So, the interpersonal relationships are, you know, what are his relationships like with friends and family? Stuff like that. And essentially, in my particular case,
This is a trap if I know.
they are non-existent. He does not have a relationship with his family. Part of the problem is that his family is dead. And in his worldview, they are dead because of him. He's responsible, having been unable to protect them. So, yeah, this totally looks like a trap, doesn't it? So that means that basically he doesn't have a relationship with his family, and as such, with this character type, doesn't really have any friends either. He has people that he may consider to be sort of like business associates, right? But no true friends. So I think that there is maybe a bit of a sense of loneliness with a character like this as well. And I don't know, you could play a character like this any way you like. I mean, ultimately, it's really about
treasure here and go.
it's really about the mechanics, I suppose. But
What was that?
in my interpretation of this, I just look at the solitary kind of holy warrior, and it just makes sense to me. Oh, that hurt. Can't take too many more hits like that. All right, I need to regroup here. What are we doing shout-wise? Whenever I had... Oh, yeah, I did clear skies on him. Oh, that's terrific. Fire breath. Why do I have two of those? Should we try something interesting? Interrupt. Around the throne. Come on, you big ugly bastard. Swircle of death. Pinwheel of destruction. There it was. Yeah, haven't used that one in a while. That was fun. What do we got? Look at that thing. That's nasty. Reanimate corpse. Take it. Look at the weight on that thing, though. Holy balls. What we got here? Okay. Become ethereal.
Fool. I should thank you. I knew the girl wouldn't be strong enough to help me kill Gathric alone. There's just one more thing I need from you. To fully absorb Gathric's power, I require a blood sacrifice. Your blood should be good enough. This will go easier for us both if you don't
You think?
fight back. Die.
Holy crap. Let's, do a minor stamina. Anything else? Or is this good enough? Well, let's use that and get ourselves out of trouble here. Thought I killed this guy already. What the hell? Did I not kill this guy already? Holy shit. Oh! What the... Okay. We're just taking the rest of those guys, I guess. Take the stamina, too. Plentiful healing. Guy's got to go.
Time for you.
There we go. Ah. That bastard was my bane. I didn't finish him off, I just pushed him off the ledge, and so he was pecking away at me. Although, I don't know what the deal is. What reanimated that Draugr? Or did I get something wrong there? Letter to Beamja. Take that book. Let's have a look at that book. Yeah, skill book. Nice. Crap, do I have any other skill books I haven't opened yet? No. I don't think so. Liminal Bridges. Shit. Open that one either. So, I hope that kind of gives you a sense of where I'm coming from here, right? So by looking at those different circles of conflict, inner circle is, what is his relationship with self? He carries around a lot of shame, which is kind of exhibited through anger primarily. That's his personal relationship with self. His interpersonal relationship with family and friends, he keeps people at arm's length. He doesn't want to be responsible for anyone else's life or anyone dying. He isolates himself and he focuses on his mission so fully that he doesn't allow himself to form substantial relationships with anyone. The only relationships he has are really kind of business or organizational type of relationships. And then the outer circle is an interesting one. That is the intrapersonal. So that's his relationship with the world at large. And his relationship with the world is that, I would say, if we were to consider his alignment in the classic Dungeons and Dragons sense, I would consider him to be chaotic good. He believes that his role in the world is to rid the world of the dragon menace and anything associated with it at all costs. So he will step on people. He will flout the law. He will do whatever he needs to do in order to accomplish that goal. It's sort of an ends justifies the means type of goal. He's not mean to people. He will give money to beggars. He will do things that are good. He can be very generous. But when it comes to the pursuit of his mission, he essentially takes the attitude that no one will stand in his way. That's it, period. So I hope that helps a little bit. We have the three circles that we can think about when it comes to role-playing this character, as well as just, the easily accessible concept of the alignment, the chaotic good alignment. If you're interested in more information on this, the article has been posted on Tamriel Vault. The article can also be found on my website at charactercrusade.com. It's kind of buried in the blog there, so you might have to search for it if you are looking for more ready and recent access to it. Tamriel Vault has it. It's been posted there in the roleplay thread recently. Something to check. All right, taking the healing. Conjuration. Restoration. Take that stuff. So did I literally just kill him twice? Is that what I did? I feel like that's what happened there. Okay, now. I think Salma is dead, right? But I don't know where her body is. Where she ended up. Or maybe she went out the other way. Beam Jah is definitely dead. Deader than a doornail. Not sure what a doornail is, but it's pretty dead. Nothing else to see in here? Yeah, I think we're done here. All right, so another word wall down, and we are going to continue our journey. Ugh, these stairways. Oh, got a long way to go. We're going to continue our journey on to the College of Winterhold. Our next stop, though, is going to be a word wall on Mount Anthor. So let's see where we got dumped out, shall we? Wow. Look at that. I thank you all for taking the journey with me, and I will see you next time.